Greetings, humans. I'm Ade, and I'm George, and this is Couscous, and welcome back to the Windmill Full of Corpses. The legends are back! Yes, and they're about to rip it apart. Okay, so, from what I've seen on social media, and everything anticipating the release of this song, there were a lot of, how should I put this, couscouses in a lot of the images. So, I think Scardust made a song for us. Well, it sounds more like they made it for him. Everything that's for him is for us. I'm not sure he agrees with that. He doesn't get to, he's dead! Right, so this is Rip, which I don't know if it's about ripping a band-aid or about someone resting in peace, or about, ripping a band-aid off a corpse who rests in peace. Or ripping a corpse who rests in peace into multiple pieces. That went Jeffrey Dahmer very, very fast. He wasn't a necrophiliac though, was he? I'd rather not get into the details. Okay, I watched the Netflix documentary. Ew. I did not. Right. So we're opening with an ominous silhouette and the times. And it says something with Chancellor on the brink of second Fallout? Fallout for Banks. Huh. Are we gonna listen to the song? I mean, no. Is that sample or voices? Wow! The groove. And it's gone.
Stripping down the armor to reveal inevitably a future death. Forsake me, break me, just let me drown. Emerge from the sorrow to claim your life back. Forsake me and pray.
I have no words. That was wild. Okay, you know what this... the first thought that this brings to my mind is that unnecessary stuff are necessary in prog. Unnecessariness is necessary. Yes. Right? That more is more. More is more. Exactly. There were so many things in there that were like just there. Like, you have half a second between this cymbal and this snare, we're gonna put a bass run in there. Yes, because we can. So the first half of this, the bass was the star of the show. Okay, so the best thing about the song and the video was just my bro or Diddy going Spring Mario on the first frame. Like, that was legendary. Because he does that all the time, but there was something particularly about this one that bro just how far up was he? Did he use a trampoline? I gotta know, because if he jumps that high all on his own, bro, how often does he do leg day? Yeah, your knees are better than mine. His knees are very bad. Like, his jumping skills are almost at the level of his basing skills at this point. And he mixes them. What do you mean he mixes the skills? Yes. Yeah. I don't know why I thought about mixing the music. So it's called RIP, but I think what rests in peace are like goals, ambitions, and dreams. Because like the person was working on something on a computer and then just drills through the hard drive. And there were also some lyrics that said, "Oh, that you crave down in the grave." And there were a couple more that I caught, but I don't remember them. Yeah, but the bridge part, that's where the more narrative aspect of it starts to make sense. Up until that point, it's just math metal. That's also what I got, but I don't think it's such a negative message at the end of the day, because it also said something about claiming back your life. Yeah. So I think it's like saying goodbye to things that hold you stuck. And the character had the skull mask on and was there at the laptop all the time. It almost looked like they had a streaming setup with all the screens and stuff, and then he drills everything, and at the end he just drops the dead mask off and leaves. Yeah. So it's like getting out of your cave. That's what I saw out of it. Yeah, and there's also a canvas there with a painting on it with like an adult and a child looking at each other. And I don't know if that's a symbol that's got anything to do with the story, but there's no interaction with that in the video, and we see the person take the mask off and leave, and we don't see the person's face. I think they're probably gonna follow that up. I think this is a to-be-continued moment. Like the Tantibus stuff. I mean, they did that type of stuff on the previous album, and they do have concept albums, so I don't see why not. And right now what we know is that someone's taken their shackles and let them rest in peace, if you will, right? This band just keeps getting better with every song. I like that they can do just straight up brain rot math metal. Yeah. But that they can still keep a cohesive message and transmit that through the music. Like, that's really cool. Because most mathy metal bands that I know just do math. Yeah, like they just teach calculus. That's it. And this one had a very typical Dream Theater chaos prog bridge section. I think it was more chaos than Dream Theater. There's some Dreams Theater stuff you should hear. Okay, I'm not the biggest connoisseur. Yeah, but it had that, and then in the midst of that, it also had a whole ass guitar solo. Every instrument was spotlighted again, but not so obviously. Now the bass is doing a solo, now the guitar is doing a solo, and so on, like they had in Game of Now or My Haven. It was more just all over the place and having the music go wild. And there were all these moments where bass just drops one really high note because it can, that were legendary. My bro Yoav is blasting. After I picked on him for not blasting. Yoav, I need you to do blast beats for me. Okay, so that's great. I have no comment on that because I don't recall the blast. Well, it wasn't a full-on like you hear in technical death metal blast, but you did have the really fast snare going for a few seconds here and there, which is enough to get me thinking about blast beats, which makes me very, very happy. And then Noah's all over the place. Like, she took the whole spectrum of stuff she also did in My Haven, and it was like add whisper as well. Okay, so you mean she's all over the place in terms of the techniques she uses?
Yeah, and how quickly she switches them.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to have a gripe with the phrase "all over the place" because it just tells me like senseless chaos. But I thought that the vocals made sense.
Okay, she's not all over the place. She is omnipotently everywhere.
What's that movie called? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what she is.
That's a good way to describe Scardust.
Yeah.
Okay. At the point where we're filming this, they still haven't announced the album, right?
I don't think they did.
Yeah, we need a title and an album cover and the track list and some hints about the concept so that we can start putting on the nerd glasses and speculating.
Yeah. There was also some Oriental orchestration in there, more on the first part, that was like...
That sounded like Orphan Land.
You know, I was actually listening to the new Mirat album 2 days ago. It sounded a lot like that as well.
So, but this song is basically Orphan Land and Mirat doing calculus. While Twitch streaming.
Yeah. and then having an existential revelation and leaving it all behind and starting a pop album.
If the next song is a pop song, I'll take it.
Yeah, they can do any genre. I'll be cool with it.
Yeah, do dark jazz.
Not dark jazz.
Okay, do rave.
I'm sure they'd nail rave. I'm sure they would nail rave. Are we done?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Couscous out.